Hi there, Alec from VacuumSpot here. I've got this Vax Power 7 pet just come in. I'll give you a listen to the problem. The machine actually rocks. That's not the problem is the motor's burnt out. It stinks. So, I've never worked on this machine whatsoever. So this will be a learning curve. So, what we're going to need to do is get in here, but since I genuinely haven't worked on one, I'm not 100% sure how it comes apart, but nevertheless there's a screw on the back here, so I'll just start with what I can see. A tiny little screw. Alright, there's some screws under here. Not many machines are made like this anymore, where you access them from the bottom. Most you get at from the top now. Don't know that it's good or bad or anything, but at this stage all I'm using is just a standard Phillips head driver. It looks to be going fairly smoothly, so all good. So basically there's three up either side at this point. There might be one under here. I'll have to see if it comes apart. And it's possible there's one underneath here, which sometimes some manufacturers do. Alright, another screw under here. So concealed by the filter door. See if that give me any. Doesn't feel like it wants to come apart at this point. Alright, here's where it gets a little bit tricky because I genuinely don't know, but some of these wheels can come off. This one doesn't feel like it does. Oh, hang on, I just wasn't trying hard enough. There we go. Alright, so under here, I'm not a big fan of these types where all the junk is connected to the top part, but the motor looks like it's going to be relatively easy to get to. And I think, okay, so we're going to unconnect this, disconnect I guess would be more appropriate. So I can get access down here. It looks like, okay, I'm just going to mark here that that's the black one, because you'll notice that there's a white one here and a black one there, so I don't want to get them confused later on. So that's the black guy, and this white one connects up to this. Alrighty, so from here, with a bit of luck, there's a screw down the side here. It's inside the wheel hub. I just can't quite. There we go. Alright, I've lost that screw down there, so I'm going to have to remember to fish that out before I put this back together, otherwise it'll rattle. Also worth noting here that this doesn't actually seem like it's lined up 100%. Wouldn't make a big difference, but it could affect the cooling of the motor, so when I put it back together I'm going to hope that that lines up a bit better. Of course I can't change the shape of the housing if it actually is just a poor design. Okay, this comes off as well, so it looks like this motor, yeah, right, okay, this whole thing comes off in a Alright, now this answers a question for me. I was thinking, why is this machine so young and so burnt out? There are two things that you can see. Inside the motor here, you've actually got some kind of fur or something like that. So I would say at some point this machine's been run without a filter. The other thing is this here looks very much like plaster to me, which you could buy this machine brand new in a shop today, take it home and burn out a vacuum on the first usage by sucking up plaster. So I really do hate removing these little terminal things. Okay, so you can see that motor has been really poorly cared for. Not that as a consumer you'd be able to intentionally do that, but it shouldn't be like that. Okay, now the motor code that we're going to be using is 5002, so it'll probably be the model number with 5002 after it. And right, so it's going to sit like that, and we'll connect up these. Now this is actually a good quality Dommel motor, which is a bit of a step up for Vax. Sometimes their machines in the cheaper bagless range are not the best quality, but this one is, I'm actually pretty impressed that they're using this type of motor. I'm going to quickly vacuum this out. That little gasket thing there has had a little split, but that won't matter because the motor's going to sit around that. And I'll get my screw out while I'm here. Okay, so now we've got to line up the top like that, and hopefully we keep this the same, and line up this bottom locator. So at this point I'm just using the strategy, I'm just trying to edge it into place, have a bit of a look underneath, because you can see, or you might be able to see, that you can sort of look under there and see that the seal is sitting about right. Okay. So hopefully oh, okay. That at the last moment actually just sat down and felt pretty good to me. The screw holes are lining up. I like that. Okay. Well, at first glance, I like this machine. It's not difficult to work on. The components are pretty good quality. And I think honestly the only reason this one's got a burnt out motor is because it wasn't used and looked after well. Of course I don't know what its performance is like. Okay, now we'll position this back on so the this big terminal goes on something like this. I love it when machines make me look stupid. Okay, and the black one going in here. this little white guy over here. And our pressure sensor. Just going to have to kind of wiggle. Come on. So there we go. Awesome. Now if I'd have paid more attention, I would have noticed if that was sitting on something. There it was. Just inside that, located there, I'm going to guess. Okay, so now that's in place. As always, nothing should need to be forced, and you should get a good seal all around. There we go. Oh, I'm in love. This machine is excellent. Alright. 6 screws go in. Normally, it would take a few goes to get a like a process like this down pat to be able to put it together smoothly. But honestly, this is a perfect machine for a DIY person to do a bit of work on, because it's just so easy to get access to the switch, the motor, everything. Three more. I've just remembered I left a screw off one of the motor housings. Damn you, why didn't you tell me? Oh, spewing about that. Too busy crapping on about how easy it was and how good it was making me look. Alright. If I get this open and now I see that screw I actually did while I was nattering away, this is going to be a terrible fail. You think I missed one? You don't think so? Cameraman's shaking his head. Her head, rather. Oh, we'll soon see. I think I remember one at the back. Oh, since I've got this open now, by the way, this is model VCP 7P2400. In case you're looking... Ah, I was right, thankfully. The screw that I missed is this guy back here, which sort of holds the motor box to the frame proper. There we go. Tell you what, you better go together as smooth now. More than anything, I want it to make that clicking sound that it did before. But no. It's a magic one. Alright. Well, now I've got to go back on this. I might as well say a big hello to a friend of mine, Andrew. I hope you enjoy this one. Oh my gosh. Hate backtracking, makes me look so silly. Just not my main. Trying screws left, right and centre here. If I cared more about video editing, all this would be out, I tell you. If it didn't take me 3 hours to produce something. What I need is work for us. for peanuts, of course. Today my cameraman is also my accounts person, so the look that immediately followed that suggestion was not good. Alright. For all you would-be vacuum repair people, I'd suggest before you make a video, you do the process a couple of times first, then you'll look so pro. Okay. This one goes in here. This one was in here, the little tiny guy. Okay, so filter back in. I'm genuinely keen to see this working now. Okay, all going well. All going well. This is going to sound like a dream. There you go, that's how you throw a vacuum together like a boss. That's Alec, VacuumSpot, doing a quick motor change that turned into a longer motor change on a Vax Power 7 pet. If this was helpful, please hit like or subscribe to the channel.